How is it going? Welcome to my 99 prayer guide, and if you do enjoy this video, I'll actually be posting every single skill, so make sure you check them out as well. In all of these 99 videos I will be uploading, I want to go the extra effort and include a lot more into the guide than just, go do this, go bury this bone. I want to note as well that the highest tier bone in the whole game could be buried at level 1 prayer. So this isn't going to be one of those guides where like level 1 to 20 do this, 20 to 40 do this. You could in theory just tell someone to go use like a dragon bone on a gilded altar for 100 hours, 50 hours. I want to touch upon important facts that other guides kind of leave out. I'll also be including an ensouled heads guide, the best way to train prayer in the game. I hope you guys do enjoy and find the video informative. Now first off, looking at the prayer bonus, each point of prayer bonus slows the drain rate by 3.33% of the regular drain rate of the prayers. And we can see to the right how much prayer bonus actually affects the prayer usage. If we look at just protect from melee with no prayer bonus, it'll last 3 seconds per prayer point. And then if we go with the max bonus, which is 61, very hard to acquire, you're probably not going to get anywhere above like 20-25 with a regular gear setup. But yeah, you could be getting upwards of 9 seconds per prayer point. That is legitimately insane. You could save yourself so much money with using prayer on Slayer tasks. Coming up next, looking at the prayer restoration. If we actually glance at the prayer potion, it's your level divided by 4. So let's say I was 80 prayer and I take a sip, it's going to be 20 plus 7, which is 27, and it shows that the super restore actually gives a tad bit more prayer. And if we then look at the Zamorak brew, it actually lowers some of your combat range and magic stats, but makes your attack be more than a super attack would ever be. Like if I'm 99 attack, it would go up to 120 instead of 118, and then you could just sip like a super strength, and it gives a 10% prayer increase. Wow. If you happen to be an Iron Man, or maybe you're just a little bit stingy with buying dragon bones because they're pretty expensive, you can actually get a bone crusher. This will instantly bury any bone with 50% or 100% experience. Really good on certain Slayer tasks and like fire giants, hill giants, etc. This thing is going to be awesome. Taking a look at the bottom right, the dragon bone necklace. This item actually came out a few days before the making of this video, which is like kind of a reason of why I made all these new 2018 99 guides, because there's so many new updates that have been happening recently that all the other 99 guides are very outdated. But yeah, going back to this dragon bone necklace, it's kind of the same thing as a bone crusher. It just restores prayer when burying bones. But this necklace actually stacks with the bone crusher. And if we look at the holy wrench, which I skimmed over, it restores 2% more prayer per every sip of potion that you have in your inventory. So if you were to have the holy wrench in your inventory while you're slaying and you went through like 5 to 10 peapots, you could actually save maybe even 1 to 2. Out of every single slide in the video, you would definitely want to pay attention to this one. I'll leave it on the screen just for like 15 seconds, and I'm not going to go over every single one because it'd be crazy. But yeah guys, we can look over it and it's very interesting. A few notable prayers starting at the low ones is the protect item, which actually isn't too bad. It's not as bad as I thought. But if we keep going through the list, the drain rates really increase. We can look at all the ultimate strengths and all of those like mid-tier prayers. They're about 3 seconds along with protect melee and magic, etc. But then the piety is 1.5 seconds along with rigor and augury. Now looking at bone experience, again, very informational. There's just so much information. You guys can calc out which is the best bone for you. I've included the XP that you'd get if you were to bury it, but I've also included the XP you were to get if you were to use it on a gilded altar, which is probably the most common form of training prayer to like 99 or even 70. The prices of bones fluctuate quite a bit. With Dragon Slayer 2 just coming out, a new bone called the Superior Dragon Bone actually got released, and it's the new best in slot, of course. It was like 15k for the first couple days, but actually the first couple hours it was over a mil, and then 500k, etc. kept dropping, but nowadays are about 8 to 9k, which made every other bone crash significantly. There's a few various locations to train prayer, but I'll be going over a gilded altar, which is normally in a player's house, either your own or you can actually go to world 330, and I suggest Yanil or Remington, and you can, there's a whole bunch of people spamming like go to my house, go to my friend's house. It's really not hard to find a house, And if you're like antisocial or something, you could go to the ectofunctus, which is by Port Fats Matty. I don't even know how you say it. You get there by the ectophile. This method is actually more XP per bone, but it's going to take you longer because you have to grind the bones up. And if you were to get the buckets of slime, you actually want to buy them from a port and not go down the huge spiral thing and fill them up with your bucket. No one wants to do that. And then looking at the wilderness altar, probably the best way to train. Very dangerous because it's in the wilderness, of course. If you are going to do it, I'd recommend bringing like 100 bones at a time max, but it's a 350% XP just like the gilded altar. Extremely quick banking. There's actually a mage you can use your noted bones on and pay 50 gold per bone, I think it is. It's not much at all, and it'll actually save you 50% of the bones using them on this altar. I'm also doing roughly a 7 to 10 mil giveaway attached with every single skill. In this video, I'll actually be giving away a whole bunch of dragon bones, and if you do actually happen to watch this video after the giveaway is ended, check out the channel. I'll be trying to do a big giveaway at least once a month. I've also included the current bone GP per XP to the side, but like I said earlier, you know, the prices really do fluctuate. Looking at the data, I would highly suggest going with Dagonoth bones over lava dragon bones. But regular dragon bones seem to be the best, to be honest. Superior dragon bones, amazing as well. If you're going to go with like the high expensive bones, probably just go with superior over Dagonoth or lava because you're already spending so much and you'd only save yourself 1/17 of the profit. And I bet you the XP that you get will actually save you more time that you could go kill, you know, bosses or green dragons and make your money back. The part you guys have been waiting for, the best XP in the game, ensouled heads. This is actually how you do a run. It's very simple. I would highly suggest actually unlocking fairy rings to begin with, but talking to this lady right here, you pay 80k and you can like permanently unlock this, and you literally just run 15 squares north a little bit and then east. I'll show you guys a chart actually covering all the creatures and the you know, GP to XP, so you guys can calculate which is the best method for you. I would definitely suggest doing the altar in the wilderness if you're trying to save the most money, but doing this if you're trying to get some XP as well and still get, you know, really good savings compared to a gilded altar. While doing this, you'll be training HP, combat, and magic on top of, you know, just the prayer, which is awesome. So if we take a look at all the monsters, they actually require a good amount of ruins to animate them, which is what it is. You're turning the heads into actual creatures. And yeah, we can look at the Blood-Veiled Tazar, the Demon, Aviancy, Abyssal, and Dragon. These are all the best ones. There's like trolls and like hill giant heads and stuff and scorpion heads, but they're definitely not worth it. It'd be a total waste of your time. Also very interesting to see the drop rate of the actual ensouled heads, which are quite a bit. They're still like 7k for a dragon head, but they have crashed with the new superior bone that came into the game from Dragon Slayer 2. Definitely interesting they actually made the drop rate of the dragon head more for the blue dragon than the green dragon. Like, why is the green dragon the most common almost? And yeah, taking a look at the XP to GP, kind of what you'd expect. It slowly goes up. I mean, that's kind of with every method. And you guys got to think, if you were to spend 5 hours training prayer versus 7, you could save those 2 hours and put them towards Zulrah or green dragons, making more money. So you could actually be making 1 mil in that hour. So you could actually be making more money using the more expensive training method. I know it's kind of confusing, but something you might want to weigh in. A little side tip, I already covered the Bone Crusher, but if you guys are maybe pretty newbie, maybe even very poor, you can go to 27 Wild out to the Bone Graveyard. And you know, of course, just risk nothing. If you guys die or get PK'd, it's not that big of a deal. You may actually want to bring some food because these skeletons will rack up the 4s on you, and it's multi-combat. But yeah, just pick up all the big bones and get burying basically. I did this on demo mode and it was great XP. And since we're already in the wildy, we might as well head over to green dragons. These things are amazing gold, of course everyone knows them, but yeah, I would definitely suggest keeping the bones and picking up the ensouled dragon heads. Like I said, they're amazing prayer. They give you like 1,000 prayer XP each, but they are tradable, so if you want to sell them to the GE, they're like 9k each. Amazing gold if you're medium level. I would also highly recommend getting OS Buddy or even Rune Loader, and with a Rune Loader you can actually customize your prayer book. I did mine right here, it's not too hard, and I actually have a prayer book customization guide if you guys do want to check that out. That will be the end of the guide. Hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't, leave a like on the video. I hope I have inspired you guys to try some new training methods, get some XP, get some gains, and definitely prayer, guys. It's one of the best skills in the game, and the higher you actually do get it, the more money you save on the peapod sips. Like I said, if I had 80 prayer versus 40, I'd be getting twice as much prayer points per the sip, which means the potion is basically twice as valuable. Don't forget to check out any other 99. I posted quite a bit, and I do have some money making guides and just PKing, all that type of stuff. And if you guys do want to support the channel, feel free to check out Seerz Village.
Drinking old English, rags, tie, gang sign, letters on my